Okay, so I don't know what's up, but I must be taking crazy pills because all I'm hearing is bad stuff in the news and that bad people from World War II have been resurrected into the world of today and are making things terrible for everyone and they hate everyone and are doing horrible things and that we need to take away their civil rights, and that's the best thing to do. You got to take away, you got to. You got to take the civil rights away from the bad people because they might use them. Okay, so I was just reading this thing here in the thing about Steve Bullock from Montana. He sounds awesome. Let me see here. The AP put out a piece, Dibbity Blah, Democratic politician, Montana. Big fan of Ben Garrison. Pushing for new civil rights control laws. Oh, no, not a fan of Ben Garrison. My bad. Let's see here. That's good. Ben Garrison's a bad man. Let's see here. While many of his Democratic opponents go all in on new proposals for restricting civil rights, responding to the latest string of mass shootings, Bullock is a rare voice of caution, warning Democrats about going too far. While he does embrace new restrictions, including ban on civil rights, he also worries about the wisdom and political viability of some of these new policies on the table, and he fears that Democrats may be playing into the hands of the powerful civil rights lobby. Well, I suppose. But, you gotta fight the civil rights. The bad men might use them. Like Gavin McInnes. He's bad. Yeah, him. And Glenn Beck, he's bad too. Jesus is bad, so him as well. And all the bad people. Like George Washington, Badman. Johnny Badman. Like the kind of guys that beat up John Wick's dog. Get, go, get, freaking. Sorry, it's a fly. Okay, where was I? Oh, yeah, okay. Different perspectives, some of the field, live through political narratives at times. Shibbity boo. Democrats want to take everyone's civil rights, so like having to register for your civil rights. I don't think that's good policy necessarily. Oh, that's reasonable. But it didn't he say earlier up here that like he's for a ban on civil rights? Yeah, well, whatever. Whatever. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, he's probably talking about for good people being able to keep your civil rights, and for bad people not being able to keep your civil rights. That's smart. That's big thinking thoughts. Smartman. I like this Steve Bullock. He's a smartman. Let's see here. In 2000, when he mounted an unsuccessful campaign for Montana Attorney General, made a point to address school shootings. Planned only 2 years after Columbine. Rocked the Nation called for modest changes like increased police presence in schools. That's a horrible idea. Then the children will be scared. What else? More support and mentoring for students. Is he saying these students aren't able to support and mentor themselves? I don't know. He's going to have gone through a major evolution in that time. Let's see. And a law making it a state crime for a student to have a gun at school. Okay. A lapse at the time called an outrage. What? What was? I don't know. Whatever. That's unclear. When he ran for state attorney general again 8 years later, he won despite his Republican opponent trying to paint him as soft on civil rights. A year later, he publicly praised Montana's Democratic Senator Max Baucus, Shibbity Bah, for opposing a suggestion by Eric Holder that the U.S. reinstate a ban on civil rights. Max and John, exactly right. Enforcing laws in the books. What a racist. In 2018, he came out in favor of universal civil rights checks. Yes! And a ban on civil rights. Yes! This is a man that's worth supporting. This is a man who can be president. Policies he opposed 2 years earlier. Oh, okay. So he's gone through a major evolution on civil. I'm glad to hear this. I just hope that he'll be using government troops to confiscate property from people. I just hope that he will be, because that's the right way to do it. We've got to take away the civil rights. We've got to take away the private property. So let's see here. He and other governors met with Trump at the White House, discussed what they could do to stop further shootings. He said that he's since had ordered state's flag to be lowered 7 times because of mass shootings. Okay. Why didn't you riot in the streets like they did in Ferguson? Whatever. My conversion on civil rights has been largely grounded in that. Oh, okay. Well, he's had an evolution then because of mass shootings. Okay, well that's good. I'm glad to see he's come around on civil rights. After the Parkland shooting, Bullock said that he and his children attended a local event put on by March for Our Lives, a civil rights control group founded by students at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. Blessed be their name, and praise be upon them. May they always walk in light under the beautiful shining sun, and be forever blessed. Amen. Bullock said that he heard the young people describe the trauma of worrying about if they're going to be safe at school. Oh, wow, that is stunning and brave. Stunning and brave. Bullock said civil rights aren't used in manners for self-defense or in hunting. Well, they aren't, so that's true. Except in very rare instances. No, they're actually never used. You never use your civil rights in America. This is 2019. It's the current year. He said his evolution as part of a broader shift across America. Yes, now, stunning and brave, sir. Brave and stunning, Mr. Bullock. He cites the decision by Dick's Sporting Goods last year to ban the sale of property to someone under 21 in the wake of Parkland. Ban the sale of property. Goods, tools, I guess. Well, I guess they're just, maybe they serve alcohol in there now. That makes sense. That's probably good for Dick's. They probably have like their own, like craft beer. I'll have to go in there and check it out. He said he knows that certainly not everyone in my state is comfortable with some of the positions I've taken, or certainly bills that I've vetoed, including a number of civil rights bills backed by the National Rifle Association. Well, all I have to say is this man is stunning and brave. And, you know, we've come so far. It's the current year, people. Do we really need civil rights? I mean, we've got people out here on the streets just using their civil rights. We've got people voting and using their free speech to hate speak. There are hate speakers that are speaking hate freely because it's legal. Well, I'm too triggered to continue. We have to end civil rights now. Signing off. Meh.